Travis Wingoodsall. I got a comment either this morning or last night on "It is done." LDS Mormon Church President Russell Mary Nelson to announce at October General Conference. She apparently never read the scripture. She apparently doesn't know that the book of Revelation is prophecy of the future, with calendar dates and clock times. Karen. She goes by @InsideKaren'sHead. Not a good name to have. Little Miss Crush on Braveheart. Karen Schroeder. So obviously she's Mormon. I'm unaware of any of those who are no longer affiliated with the Mormon Church or who are Nevermos who claim to be Mormon. She's not an AI bot, despite her love for Braveheart. R-rated movie, Karen. Just saying. D. Todd, get her! Get her! She's been on YouTube since 2010. Right around that time. The year before it all hit the fan. And apparently Karen is bragging that she's still a Mormon. Oops. What gall indeed you have, Karen. Beam and mode alert. Beam and mode alert. She comes to one video out of the 8.9K videos I've done on YouTube. So talk about your very extremely small sampling. She had no interest in learning who I am. She had no interest of finding out what I talk about. And so she was weaponized by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints to rush to judgment and attack as a typical Mormon. So Karen says, "And who are you?" See, I told you she didn't bother to try to find out. "To tell us." Ooh, you're inciting the mob against me, are you? Oops. I hold all comments for review, just in case you hate. What the prophet is going to announce. What gall. So, it is necessary for this particular video that I'm doing, because what I just watched, you'll probably never guess unless you buy DVDs. And DVDs came out yesterday. What gall indeed do I have? So, she's assuming the living prophet of Jesus, Russell Marion Nelson, is the authorized president of Joseph Smith's church. Because even though Mormons all know Brigham Young was the evil Zod, Lex Luthor even, depending on which story you're telling. Nelson could be the other version. Pay attention. This is about the prophet that Karen thinks Nelson is. And again, the duty of the president of the office of the high priesthood is to preside over the whole church and to be like unto Moses. Yeah, not Peter. So where does this Moses idea come from? Oops, you're not going to find it in the footnotes here. Bruce Armour Conkey didn't want you to know. in the most famous scripture of Jews, the law of the Jews, Deuteronomy chapter 18, verses 15 through 19. After again telling you in chapter 5 of whom the Ten Commandments is actually referring to. The Lord thy God will raise up. Anybody confused on what raised up means? Shall we go to Matthew? Let's go to Matthew. Do they have the footnote at least in Matthew here? No, they don't. Oh God, who did these footnotes? All right. Matthew it is. Matthew it is. Chapter 1, right at the very beginning. The book of the male seed into the female egg to produce the offspring, Jesus. Isaiah, Joshua, Messiah, Ben David. That's what raised up means. Unto thee. Who's thee? It's a pronoun. It's a future prophecy. Will. Future tense. A prophet is writing this book of Jewish law. A prophet. So you're calling Nelson the prophet, are you? Nelson doesn't even claim the right keys. From the midst of thee. Again, who are these pronouns? Of thy brethren. Again with the pronouns. Like unto Moses. Joseph Smith? Yeah. Yes, indeed. But not the latter-day guy. Joseph Smith is just Messiah ben Joseph from 2 Nephi chapter 3. Section 103 of the Doctrine and Covenants. Pay attention, Joseph Smith loves to plagiarize. 15 through 18. Behold, I say unto you. Who do you think Joseph Smith is referring to in section 103? Does he tell us at the beginning? Verily I say unto you, my friends. Are you Joseph's friend? The redemption of Zion must needs come by power. Therefore I will raise up unto my people a man who shall lead them. Do we know who the pronouns are yet? Did we figure that out from verse 1? Who shall lead them like as Moses. That Jewish Christ of Jewish prophecy. So they don't footnote it here either, but they did back in Deuteronomy. He quoted also the 3rd chapter of Acts. I'm not going to tell you the reference, because if you don't know this reference, shame on you. 22nd and 23rd verses, precisely as they stand in our New Testament. He's making you look it up. And notice he didn't refer to Deuteronomy. But there it is in the footnotes. He said that that prophet was Christ. What did section 103, verse 16 say as to the identity of this Christ? Give you a hint, he doesn't wear glasses. He wears contacts. Maybe he should take the contacts out, and so that you then see his human identity. He was forced to wear glasses at first. They didn't last long. But the day had not yet come when they, who's they, Joseph? Who are you talking to? Who would not hear his voice on YouTube? Uh-oh, Karen. Should be precisely as it stands in our New Testament. Do you not understand why I have these in the background? Both Star Wars and Superman are by Jews. And wouldn't you know it, the man like Moses, the Jewish Christ. So Muhammad calls himself the prophet. Is he the prophet? He's not even Jewish. He created his own religion called Islam. I call false prophet alert. So, I was a little concerned getting into the show. I was dreading that it might be DEI Superman. You can't do that. You cannot tamper with the template. The Jews are the original authors. It's bad enough that Christians are trying to socially control Superman's behavior. And Mormons turning him into a Christian Mormon. But no, for the most part, no, they stuck to the script. I was concerned. Because, again, Offspring. If you know anything about the franchise from the Jews, Offspring, Bloodline. And if they didn't quit on Krypton because of the riots in Pittsburgh that night, people would have watched it and they wouldn't have canceled the show. It's now online. People can watch whatever they want when they want to watch it. Just put it out there for us. Keep it going. God. And so yes, indeed. So we do need to bring Joseph Smith's words up that did not get published by Lex Luthor Young. Or General Brigham Zod. Whichever role you want him to be in. Well, I don't want him to be in any other roles. His church is Jew. Oh my hell. Bunch of illiterates. Plain dumb. Okay, so I gotta find it because I didn't redline it with an annotation line. Oh, there it is. 19 July 1840, Joseph Smith gave a sermon that you will never find in any of the canon of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, because Joseph Smith gives a prediction of the future with calendar dates and clock times. Huh. You mean they're actual gifts, not titles? Yep. We're giving the middle finger to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints all day today because of their evil abomination they've done to me. Oh man, that was hard for me to watch too. If you've been watching my channel lately, as I've gone over it again with you lately, you know what I mean. And you guys have had to jump on it. I just got it yesterday and watched it today. You guys have already seen it. Oh yeah, whatever, okay. If you've watched my videos talking about 2008 and what D. Todd did to me, you will know exactly why it was rough for me to watch. Plus, crypto. It's hilarious. Hilarious. In the learning of the Jews, the Christ is supposed to be born in 1970, the year of the dog. God, that was awesome. And Nathan Fillion makes an appearance. It was just awesome. So, talking about Zion, building the mountain cities of Zion and New Jerusalem. Mormons don't want it. Nevertheless, we're in Armageddon now. So, the rift is heading straight for Salt Lake City. Oh no, Lex, can you stop it in time? Oh no, Lex, all the living prophets of Jesus flee in their spaceships. They supported the Jewish Christ. Let them die. Awesome. And the dog beats him up. Oh, no, Krypton, stop. Put him down. Bad dog. But they framed Joseph Smith. They framed Superman just like Joseph Smith got framed by the Danites. That was the one thing that they blew it on. They changed Krypton and his parents for what they did. And that is an unpardonable sin. Wow. Yep. That's the thumbnail picture for the video. Hearing that, and I'm going, oh my God, they stole it from Joseph Smith. It's what the Danites did to Joseph. Oh my God. So in Zion, then comes the ancient records, yea, all of them. Dig them up from Egypt. Bring them forth speedily. 200-pound gold Egyptian plates. I got them. Mormons don't want them, despite videos where I'm sharing them with you. Just giving it pearls to swine, who end up going back into the underworld, having been judged by the Book of Mormon. Jesus and Legion are apparently not aware that that was plagiarized from the 19th dynasty set. Raw Moseses, fake Moseses, in their tombs, Jews were just writing about it, making Jesus the fake Christ. Hilarious. Nobody does their research and studies, and nobody finds out. And she died of cancer on Christmas 2015, and so Christians believe that she was smitten by Jesus for her abominations. Dorothy Murdoch. Nonetheless, yes, Superman, Star Wars will need to be put into transcripts, or we'll just keep the movie versions also. Be provided in Zion, because they're by Jews. They are required by the law of Deuteronomy to tell all of their fiction as prophecies of the coming of the Jewish Christ. Emmanuel, the sun god at noonday. While the video's uploading, I checked the church news and saw that they have one apostle out in Scotland trying to convince the government to turn on Israel, and I think they already have. But and then D. Todd has fled the country to Rome, where he's pushing the human dignity that I exposed last week in a video from previously with Nelson on his birthday. Hilarious. It's real simple. The adopted daddy, or the foster daddy, I guess technically, because, well, they may have adopted, well, I don't know if they adopted him, because then they would have had to get documents of him and get blood samples, and so they kept it a secret, but anyway. He tells Superman, after he finds out he's a polygamist, just like Joseph, that your choices and your actions make you who you are. The simple Jewish doctrine of seed producing fruit, just like the offspring. Real simple. Raise a child in the way they should go, and when they're older, they'll not depart from it. So if you raise a kid to be a Danite, they grow up to be a Danite. They think they should rule the world and have a harem of women. That's what Mormons are living in denial of. Polygamy, it's coming, Karen.